So for the first time, actually, in 100 years, as labor experts are saying, a sitting president will be visiting the picket lines of a striking labor union. And that union is the United Auto Workers, UAW. And President Biden is that president. He's gonna travel to Michigan on Tuesday. He tweeted, "Tuesday, I'll go to Michigan to join the picket line and stand in solidarity with the men and women of UAW as they fight for a fair share of the value they help create. It's time for a win-win agreement that keeps American auto manufacturing thriving with well-paid UAW jobs." Again, the UAW has not endorsed President Biden for re-election. They are holding that out. They don't see the connection, really. And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was asked about that on Meet the Press, and here's what she had to say.
UAW's president, when he was with us last week, said, when I asked him why the union hadn't yet endorsed President Biden, he said that has to be earned. That sounds like he's disappointed that party leadership is not doing as much as they could. Do you agree with that?
Well, I think it always has to be earned. And President Biden showing up to the picket line on Tuesday is a historic event. We have never seen in modern history a president show up to a picket line like this. And I think it should be earned. It needs to be earned. And I believe that President Biden is working towards that, especially when he lands in Michigan on Tuesday to earn that.
Senator, your thoughts?
You know, I'm fidgeting in my seat, Francesca. Listen, going to the picket line is a start, but it's a far cry from earning. You know, this is the same president that used his muscle along with Congress to stop rail workers. See, all of this, none of this stuff is happening in the vacuum. The UAW is benefiting from the outcry and the rage that people had over what happened to the rail workers. I will give President Biden some credit, but this ain't monumental in that he just gonna show up to the picket line, because you know why he's showing up to that picket line? Because the UAW put it on him. Had they endorsed, he wouldn't be. But Sean Fain and his members say, we not just rolling over for politicians anymore. You got to show us whose side you're on. Now, what the president can further do is get that PRO Act passed. See, symbols matter. Okay, so I don't want anybody to say Sister Senator Turner. No, I ain't gonna disregard it. But let me put an and on there. Let me put a however on there. Let me put an asterisk on there. They don't get all giddy and jumping and doing cartwheels just because he's showing up. That's only phase one of more things that this president can do to show that he is on the side through his policy positions for working class people in this country. It is a start.
Absolutely.
I'll give him just a little.
No, and I think you're right to lay this victory of at least getting a president out there to the picket line at the feet of Sean Fain, president of the UAW. However, a former president thinks, it was me. Donald Trump, of course, has said that he thinks it was his idea, but of course he's going to take credit for that because Trump is himself going to be visiting the UAW. So we'll see which president and former president's visit and show of solidarity will matter more.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.